Ladies, I'm here on the show, and I'm here on the show to, talk about some news. We're going to talk about a little NFL here. We'll go over, NBA, wrestling, NASCAR, and college basketball. So let's get right into it. So, all-season workout programs began today in Arizona, Atlanta, Buffalo, Cleveland, Las Vegas, Miami, New York Giants, Pittsburgh, and Tennessee. So, some all-season workout programs. Presumptive number one overall pick, Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza was scheduled to visit today with the Las Vegas Raiders, team that holds number one pick. So, projected number one pick Fernando Mendoza has informed the NFL that he's not planning to attend the NFL draft in Pittsburgh this month, per sources. He wants to share the draft experience with his family in Miami. His mother suffers from MS, I think. She's in a wheelchair, so they just want to share the experience with her. Just share it with his family. It is what it is. He doesn't think, he's good enough to just show up or whatever. His mom has MS, probably can't travel. Spending that time with his mom is probably way more important than 5 minutes going on a stage. I'm sure he wants to go to the NFL draft, but that's his choice. His mother's an illness, she probably can't travel a lot, so it just makes it a lot easier. It's Pittsburgh, for fuck's sake, as well. Doesn't owe anything to Pittsburgh. More important to spend time with your family than 5 minutes on the stage, or whatever. Buccaneers signed defensive lineman Raheem Nuns Roaches and wide receiver Davis Seals. The Patriots and Texans have agreed to a trade for linebacker Martin Mapu. The Patriots will receive a 6th-round pick in exchange and a 2027 7th-round pick. The list of players attending this month's NFL draft in Pittsburgh is expected to be announced this week, but obviously Mendoza won't be attending. He's going to spend time with his family, which is 100% fair. I don't know why people would hate. An Odell Beckham Jr. reunion in New York could be in play, Peter Schrager said today. That's really the only thing from JP Football. Dolphins coach Jeff Hafley told reporters that Devin Achane is not present for the voluntary offseason program, calling it, quote, part of business. John Harbaugh on Dexter Lawrence's trade request, he is surprised and he'll try to work through it. Kyle Pitts, whose franchise tags, is signing his tag and showing it for workouts. He's still negotiating a long-term deal, but he locks in his $15 million fully guaranteed. Louisville receiver Chris Bale is at the Jets on the top 30 visit today. Then he has the Colts and combine rechecks later in this week. He had surgery for a 20 ACL in December, and countless teams have had him in to check on his progress. He has the Raiders and Cowboys as well. Diego Pavia visited with the Panthers today, the 2025 SEC Offensive Player of the Year. Eli Stowers, kind of an interesting note. While officially he's a tight end, several teams are evaluating a receiver. 6'4", he visits the Broncos next week, and he's done the Rams, Titans, and Cowboys already. Kirk Cousins officially signed. Texas Tech receiver Reggie Virgil visited the Cardinals yesterday. He has several other private workouts, but I think that's it for NFL, though. So from Shams, Detroit Pistons are signing two-way center Tola Smith to a 2-year deal. The Rockets are signing two-way guard J.D. Davison on a new 2-year deal. The Spurs, Victor Wembanyama is listed doubtful to play in Wednesday's game against Portland due to a rib contusion, but there's confidence he'll play at least one of the team's final 3 regular season games. Suffered a rib injury yesterday, rib contusion. Shams report on something like Milwaukee's dysfunction at the highest levels of the organization, saying an inevitability, or whatever the fuck you say it word, of what's to come, the fractured relationship. Who cares about the Giannis and Bucks at this point, man? Been dragged out for years now. Jeremiah Fear scored 40 points tonight. Jason Tatum had 23. The Miami Heat reportedly identified Michigan forward Axel Lindeborg as a primary target in the NBA draft. The Bucks seriously considered a Heat package centered around Tyler Hero, Kelly Ware, players plus multiple picks and swaps for Giannis. Ownership ultimately decided to hold on to him for a better summer deal and informed Miami on February 5th they were out. You think you're going to get a better package than this? This is the best offer they'll probably see. The Milwaukee Bucks declined to include Ryan Rollins in a trade package for Ja Morant, which was a good decision. Better player right now this year than, or just right now than Ja Morant, if you ask me. But yeah, I think that's all for the NBA here. So let's move on to wrestling. So via PW Insider, CM Punk reportedly went off script on that promo last night, and he cut a promo from the heart instead. So he decided to go off script and cut it himself. It might be scripted. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Like, I'm not gonna act like I know. I don't think it's probably scripted. I don't think they would have had CM Punk out there for like 15 minutes. The reason for why Asuka and Io is yet to be announced for WrestleMania 42 is related to the women's tag title four-way match of the show. If Nikki Bella is not medically cleared in time to be on the show, Asuka and Kairi Sane will take the Bella's spot in that match. If Nikki gets cleared, Asuka and Sky will be announced via the Table Green Solitude. That's Brian Alvarez, Wrestling Observer. You have other tag teams, like you got Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Nikki's just gonna have to suck it up. She's gonna have to suck it up. I want Io Sky and Asuka. What world is Nikki Bella more important than Io Sky? Come on. Maybe put Julie and Kiana in the tag match. If you're not gonna have Julie defend her title, have her and Kiana. Maybe. Like, you still don't need to put Io and Io and Kairi or whoever in the match. Or excuse Kairi and Asuka. Imagine if they left Io off the card. It's just, I'll tell you about it if you're curious. Liv and Roxanne were reportedly in concussion protocol for their skulls clashed following that attack from Stephanie last night. So that was a dumb spot to even do, having that close to each other. But yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine. They did have knots on their head. So the matches have been announced for WrestleMania. Night 1, Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre on the ESPN First Hour. Speed, Logan Theory versus Knight and Usos on the ESPN First Hour. Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. Gunther versus Seth Rollins. JJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. The women's 4A tag titles. And Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton will be Night 1. Night 2, Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar on the ESPN First Hour. IC title ladder matches on the ESPN First Hour. Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. Demon Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. And CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I feel like they got to add Io and Asuka for Night 2, but like I said before that, I don't know, we'll have to see when Nikki Bella, if she'll be able to make WrestleMania. But yeah, those are the WrestleMania cards for nights 1 and 2. So WWE's reportedly looking to lower ticket prices for their shows through the summer this year, following CM Punk's comments Monday night. I'll believe it when I see it. Rey Mysterio, obviously, returning now was officially announced for the IC title match at WrestleMania in a ladder match. Triple H is the next guest on Cody Rhodes' podcast. Oh boy. Obviously, Theory, Logan Paul and Joshua Speed versus the Usos and LA Knights officially set for WrestleMania. But yeah, that's all for wrestling here, so let's move on. I don't know, there's 2 more things here. So WWE and TKO are very aware of the online discussions surrounding ticket prices. Several top WWE stars have been pushing for the lower ticket price, blaming fans that the product are being priced out. And Pat McAfee turned down his involvement in the WrestleMania match between Randy and Cody, but DDP and TKO were able to make a deal with him. Obviously, Demon Balor's going to return. Kyle Fletcher is reportedly suffered a meniscus injury plus additional injuries. He's expected to be off action for a while as a result. Talked about it, but I wasn't sure what the injury was, but it's a meniscus injury plus other injuries. But yeah, now that's all for wrestling, so let's move on. So let's talk about NASCAR news. Cletus McFarland said on Facebook that he's still only approved for short tracks in the O'Reilly series. He said, I've got a lot to learn. It's a little bit of kicking the nuts, but I've just got to get out there in other cars and do as much learning as possible. So John Probst, talked about Cletus still being approved for only short tracks in the O'Reilly series and all trucks and all tracks for trucks and ARCA. They said wanted to see him do more short tracks in the O'Reilly series for granting approval for 1.5 mile track, a higher speed track. So he can't do Vegas next week. He approved for Talladega, so he's not approved for Talladega basically. And also, Talladega's first stage will be longer than the final two stages to try and mitigate the fuel mileage incentives. Final two stages won't require pit stop, stage lease TBD, and preseason test at Daytona in January to change power levels of spoiler. Hey, preseason Thunder? Nice. Maybe just, I don't know, man. Let's just get rid of the stages, I guess. We get rid of the stage yellows. It's so simple. Get rid of the freaking stages everywhere and let the race play out naturally. And they might not have to pick a pit stop in the final stage. Chase Briscoe is now in the truck race. To the list of Cup drivers: Briscoe, Bale, Busch, Chastain, Hosford, Stenhouse, and Suarez. There was a Cup tire test this weekend was developed from the test last November, designed to be less temperature sensitive. O'Reilly trucks are on the same tire, plans for some traction compound PJ1 same in the same spots in terms of recent races. Bristol schedule this weekend to in the NASCAR portion. 3:30 FS2 truck P&Q, 7:30 FS1 truck race. Saturday 2 CWF O'Reilly P&Q, 4th Prime Cup P&Q, 6:30 pre-race on the CW 7:30 O'Reilly race. Sunday 2 p.m. FS1 NASCAR race day and 3 p.m. the Cup race. So that's all for that. So let's move on here to college basketball to end it off here. So college basketball, Michigan obviously beat UConn to win the national championship last night. Denzel Aberdeen ended up entering the transfer portal, Kentucky guard, but he has to get a waiver, to go elsewhere. I don't think he'll get it though. Donnie Freeman, Syracuse star forward, entered the portal. He averaged 16.5 points per game this past season. I think he's going to be Kentucky Wildcat, hopefully. We'll see. Kansas transfer forward, Flory Benunga, and Oregon transfer guard Jackson Shellstad will take an official visit together this weekend. They will take official visits. Alabama guard Jaleel Bethea plans to enter the transfer portal. Oklahoma forward Cool Attack will enter the transfer portal. Shot 41% from 3 this year, 6'9" freshman. Alabama's in the mix for a top 10 overall transfer guard. Kansas, Arkansas, Texas are school to watch for one top transfer portal guards. Multiple ACC, Big 12, and SEC programs are emerging as early contenders for Finley Bizjack. Sky Clark, UCLA guards in the transfer portal. Kentucky guard Cam Williams, he will return to Kentucky this season. Andre Yelovich is entering the transfer portal. Some news there with Kentucky. They're also visiting with somebody from St. Mary's, and I think Zoom Diallo out of Washington. Tennessee guard Mari Evans plays near the transfer portal. Oklahoma State guard Jalen Curry plays near the portal. Actually talked about Donnie Freeman, but James Najee, Baylor forward went near the portal. Dwayne Brown will return to Tennessee. Darren Harris is returned back to Duke. Gavin Doty, Siena transfers, committed to Syracuse, averaged 18 points per game this season. Pepperdine guard Aaron Clark is entering the transfer portal. Mike Nwoko is entering with a do not contact tag. Miles Coleman, Wake Forest guard, is entering the portal. Owen Freeman will enter the portal. Jake Wilkins is entering the transfer portal. Jalen Carey's entering the portal. Justin Pippen. Theo Barrett's entering the transfer portal. Malcolm Ray will stay at Kentucky. Jaden Reed with Northwestern is entering the portal. Virginia Tech, North Carolina A&T have some players entering the transfer portal. PG Haggerty's entering the transfer portal. At ACC and SEC school, our teams watch for Santo Cyril. I think there's a center from Cincinnati playing in the transfer portal. something Fame or something like that. Dominic Nelson out at Iowa State. Ruben Dominguez, True Washington. Some other names have entered the transfer portal. Filipe Jovic plays near the portal. Yelovich. Jamari McDowell. Bunch of more players. Zayden High. But yeah, that's all to say for this video. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Until next time, Alkalite. Peace, and that's all the news.